The accounting requirements for doing cross-border business are exponentially more complicated than that of a single market. So what you want to do in this step is just to do a quick review of your accounting systems and structures and the capabilities of your accountant and ask, are they ready for doing cross-border business? And now, first of all, about the systems. We mostly now have some sort of online systems for recording our business and for taking transactions, invoicing, etc. So one of the questions is when you're looking at your accounting, does it allow you, for example, to get very current information on payables and receivables, to let you know where the status of an order is to in terms of how it fits into your whole production system. Um, if you know which payments are coming up and what is owed to you, so that you get a pretty quick and overall global picture of where you stand. For those of you involved with shipping products and even to some degree with services, you'll find that there are lags that are far beyond those of just doing business in a single market. Second of all, your system does allow you to allocate costs among projects and among countries. This will be critical if you're doing trying to figure out your costs, trying to figure out your pricing structure. And unless you can sort of allocate the costs out, particularly among countries in terms of distribution, sales, etc., you're not going to have the kind of flexibility that you need to really adjust, tweak prices for individual markets. A really critical section is to be able to book and to pay taxes. The taxes will be different from country to country. They may be things like value-added taxes, which are not familiar with most U.S. companies, or sales taxes for companies coming in selling from overseas into the U.S. market. More importantly, there are other kinds of withholding requirements when you get into doing business. When you're making investments, you also have to figure out the transfer pricing issues that come up in terms of cross-border business. We'll get into these in later sessions, but right now the question is, does your system allow you the flexibility to do all of these? So why don't you use this opportunity right now is to update your accounting practices and procedures as we go forward for further analysis. Now, as I mentioned, that there are a number of cross-border issues that we've mentioned there: value-added taxes, corporate taxes, transfer pricing. Another big one that we will deal with in later modules are foreign exchange fluctuations. Certainly that changes the cost of your products, how much you're going to be getting in terms of revenues, how you actually book and track those foreign exchange fluctuations is a critical requirement of your accounting system. So in also doing all of these above will give you the ability to make decisions on longer terms involved with the longer process involved with international business, with the payments that are involved with that, particularly for products. Now, lastly, but most importantly, is to make sure that your accountant can actually handle the above. There are lots of really great accountants who are really able to tell you what to do with your domestic market. What you need to do is to find one that can deal with a number of other markets. And I think that you'll find as you get involved in a number of markets that no one accountant can particularly keep you up to date on all of the particular services that are required. So the question is, does your accountant know how to deal with international business? But secondly, does your accountant have the kinds of partnerships or ability to tap into expertise to deal with the vagaries of whatever foreign market that you'll be shipping into? So for the coaching session, I want you to go through and to uh, answer the following questions. First of all, can your systems accommodate border transactions? How flexible is that? We've given some indications up there, but I want you to just make a quick evaluation of where you stand. It may be that you can do workarounds, simple ones for a lot of business when you're on a smaller scale. When you are then have to go into a larger scale operation, you may then require to get additional kinds of software add-ons or even considering getting different kinds of software packages. And then, as we just mentioned, to answer the question, does your accountant understand cross-border transactions, what's needed, and does your accountant also have the resources and the partnerships so to answer the kinds of questions that will inevitably pop up with other markets, ones that you may not have even considered in terms of your own domestic market.